All right, we're going live. I want to give you guys a little bit of value. I had some people asking questions on the techniques that we're doing. I'm gonna have to move back to it, but I'm giving you guys value on our normal page. So you guys are gonna be able to see this now if you're live or if you see it later on. But I'm gonna kick this off with our live intervention technique and the benefits of doing it, what it's gonna do for you. Let me pause this 1 second. It's gonna let me get over here. Well, I'll let it run. It should be capturing this correctly, and I'll move it here a little bit. The key to understanding the intervention technique, grounding, and then learning to control the flow of your thought energy, learning to move your energy, channel your energy, control the flow of your energy, is going to give you the results you want. Ricardo, are you getting live feedback on your end? There it goes.
If you mean by that if I hear you, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Are you hearing a double voice?
At the beginning, yes, but not now.
Gone now? Okay, good.
Good morning. It's okay.
Good morning. It's good.
It's okay.
Okay, so here we go. The live intervention technique is designed to bring your awareness inside and learn to control the flow, learn what's happening inside of you, and then move out into the world, controlling your energy, grounding, of course, and learning how to vibrate at the frequency of your normal home frequency. It's also going to make you aware when you're not vibrating in your home frequency. You're learning to tune in to your field of consciousness, which we call vital life force, spirit mind, and learning to control that flow, understand that frequency, know when you're out of it, and how to move back into it. I'm going to give a quick technique. You could grounding, you could do it in a couple of seconds. You could be standing in front of somebody with your eyes open. You can just imagine moving your awareness between your eyes, behind your eyes, seeing a blue purplish light turning on, and you could just move it into the celestial. As far as you want to go, imagine it just moving into the celestial, connecting this universal cosmic consciousness, and then moving right back down through your body, moving into Mother Earth. As you're breathing in, you breathe in this universal cosmic consciousness, breathing it in, and feel yourself just grounded. And you're going to feel that your energy changes. It takes a couple of seconds. The technique that we're showing is learning to change your energy, change the vibration of that energy, change the frequency of that energy, learn to bring color, emotion, intention, and then move it around through your body. This is going to allow higher access, and it's just like going to the gym. You're going to develop muscles, you're going to develop abilities that you weren't aware of, because you're literally tapping into this field of consciousness consciously. So we're going to begin. Once you breathe in through your nose, you're going to breathe top in to top end. You're going to breathe top in and then top out. Breathe in as far as you can with your nose. Imagine you're taking this universal cosmic consciousness, this awareness, into the celestial. When you can no longer bring in more breath in from your abdominals extended out. You stop, imagine flowing right back down through your body into the Mother Earth, moving right back up, and then breathing out through your nose as far as you can. Breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, till you no longer can breathe out any longer. We're gonna continue doing this. We're gonna do this 7 times. And I want you to set the intention. The intention is to awaken your imagination, awaken your consciousness, tap into an infinite field of consciousness, going beyond yourself, the physical self, and moving into your spiritual self, right here and now, between your eyes, behind your eyes, grounding. Breathing this air out, sitting in love, gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation for this contact and this connection. Breathing in. Sitting in love, gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation. Bring it in, universal cosmic light, higher consciousness, cognitive function, genius, awareness, creativity, prosperity, power, success. And you breathe it in. You breathe it out. Love, gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation. More time. Feel this energy flowing. Breathe it in through your nose. Imagine making this connection into the celestial. Blue, purplish light flowing through your body, flowing down through your body, down into Mother Earth. And breathing this energy out, sending love, gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation for this connection. As you continue practicing this method of grounding, clearing, cleansing, bringing awareness to this consciousness called body, bringing this awareness to your vital life force, and unifying the field here and now between your eyes, behind your eyes. We're going to do a breath work. We're going to breathe in for 5, hold for 6, release for 8. I want you, as you're doing this breath work, making this connection, flowing through your body, seeing that everything's flowing with ease through every energy center, moving down through your body, clearing, cleansing, rejuvenating, regenerating, clearing any areas, clearing any negativity, anything that's bothering you this morning, letting it go, last week, last month, last year, letting go, anything that's negative, moving it out of your field, back into the ground. I'm going to breathe in 5, hold for 6, releasing for 8, letting go of any negativity, anything that's not serving you, letting it go here and now, right back into the ground. Breathe in for 5, make that connection faster, breathing into the celestial, down through your body, hold for 6, release for 8, breathe in for 5, release for 8. Breathe in for 5, hold for 6, release for 8. Intentionally, we're going to expand more energy. Imagine seeing this blue purplish light moving in through your nose, flowing through your body. But we're going to bring in more energy. We're going to release more energy. We attract more energy. Always remember that your field is a field of consciousness. The energy closest to your body is the programs, the emotions, the part that protects the body, ideas, information, coding, DNA coding, all the way out. As you go beyond the body, you're actually moving into information in your field. That'll be collected memories in the past, emotions from the past, all the way further out to your diamond light, your purpose, your visions, future. The further out you move, you're tapping into clear energy. You're going to bring more clear energy through this field of emotions, memories from the past. So we practice doing this, crossing your hands. You can imagine tapping into this field of energy all the way 13 feet out. Tapping in this field of energy and imagine breathing in this blue purplish light, rejuvenating, regenerating, reviving the body. And as you're breathing it in, you cross your hands differently, move them around. Breathing in you diamond light, more diamond light, breathing in. Imagine seeing that blue purplish light moving in through your nose, moving into the celestial, back down through your body, grounding, moving right between your eyes, behind your eyes, releasing love, gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation, joy, bliss. And practice it again. Breathing in prosperity, power, health, wealth, well-being. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a magnet for prosperity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Prosperity comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're breathing in this energy. I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, grateful. I'm a magnet for prosperity, power, success, abundance, health, wealth, well-being. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As you continue in this breath work and these affirmations, you're literally feeling your body activated, vibrating at a different frequency. Your higher light being is always for love, gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation, joy, bliss, fulfillment, creativity, serving, giving. Breathing it in, health, wealth, well-being for this body, gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation for this body. As you're doing this, you can literally feel your own frequency. And you could feel your body changing. Gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation, joy. Breathing in this diamond light energy, feeling your body. This technique and this awareness is literally changing your body to act and behave as it would never have behaved. When you're not feeling like this, you're literally vibrating and thinking of different ideas. And that is moving into formation, moving into your breath work. It is actually grounding. And whatever you're grounded on, whatever you're vibrating at, is what you're attracting in life. Whatever you're used to feeling like is what you're attracting in life. So there's this law of vibration. The result is attraction. As we become more aware, you can control the flow. As you're moving through your day, some of the techniques we've talked about is journaling the ideas, journaling the frequency on, journaling how you feel, journaling what ideas are coming to your mind, and just jotting them down so you can get an idea of what ideas you're resonating at. How does that feel? And then changing it. The better you become at journaling, understanding yourself, understanding why you're feeling the way you're feeling, understanding the images that you're using, you can change. You can clear. You can go beyond. Everything is the self-imagined state. You're normally not in control of it. The brain is just normally on autopilot. Chattering mind is just going off. And you're attracting things that you don't really desire. being focused, having a goal for the day, having a plan of action throughout your day. That's going to bring you towards your target. If you don't have a plan of action to take you beyond your normal habitual habits, you're not going anywhere different. If you do not have a plan that's going to change your life and the life of your family, you're not going to attract anything else. So this is why goals are so important. Writing your goal is very important. And then having a plan of action throughout the day that's going to align you with your goal. Some of the things that we were talking about in the mindset reset, and I'm inviting you guys, everybody that's looking at this, move into our subscriber page, because this is where we're doing this every day. And we are going over what actions you need to take, what you need to do to live the life that you desire, to create the model of reality that's going to serve you best. Because you're literally creating a model every day, all day long. And you're literally moving into it. Let's see if I can get to my page here. The mind is the massive power that molds and makes, and man is mind. And the evermore he takes this tool of thought, in shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. An environment is but his looking glass. James Allen, as a man thinketh. You guys should have your mindset reset packet. It's talking about the conscious mind, subconscious mind, your body. If y'all have any questions on that, let me know. The senses and the higher faculties. An educated person is not necessarily a person with an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated person is a person who has so developed their mental faculties they can acquire anything they want or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. Napoleon Hill. An educated person is not necessarily a person with abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated person is a person who has so developed their mental faculties they can acquire anything. They can acquire anything they want or its equivalent. As you develop these higher faculties, you get a better understanding of these higher faculties. You can change anything you want. These higher faculties start off with will, imagination, intuition, reason, memory, let's look at will. Will is your ability to choose, to select images, and to focus on an idea at a time. You could choose an image. I'm going there, and there's a place. You may look at that and perceive that far away, but you can change your perception. Next higher faculty is perception. You can change your perception on anything. The minute you look at a thing, when you change your perception about it, you see it entirely different. When you start to think how I'm going to go there, your perception changes. You continue to hold it with your will at the image, and you begin to reason. But here's the key. The average individual begins to reason with a memory of the past. They begin to reason with experiences that they had. If you're reasoning with anything negative, you're using past negativity to imagine moving to the other faculty, which you don't want to see. You can reason with a memory of the future. You may say, how can you have a memory of the future? If you can remember something beyond what you can hear, taste, touch, smell, you're literally tapping into a memory. When you tapped into images and a memory from the past, you're tapping into those images from the past. When you tap into something entirely new, you tap into the memory of the future. Both is the act of imagining. Both is the act of reasoning. But if you entangle with the memory of the future, you're going to begin to reason with that memory from the future. And you're going to begin to entangle and receive intuition. As you're entangling and receiving the intuition from that memory, you open yourself to the receiving set of consciousness. You begin to receive more light images, more memory. Then your responsibility is to create your plan. Devise a plan that you're going to execute every day that's going to develop the new habits and behaviors that's going to take you worlds apart from the originating creative process that you were using before. You see, the creative process you were using before was exactly the same, but you were using somebody else's memory. You were tapped into the ideas in the past, memory. That was controlling your perception because you weren't willing to go beyond that memory. Your perception, your memory were being sustained with that will, and you're reasoning back and forth with what they say, what you hear, what you see. Therefore, controlling your perception. The intuition, the receiving set of information, is what you saw. And you keep going in the same direction. You see, we're using the same higher faculties. Lower consciousness with what you know. Higher consciousness, tapping into that infinite field of consciousness to move you into a completely different alternate plan. The law of vibration and attraction. Everything in the universe vibrates. Nothing rests. We really do live in an ocean of motion. This truly contains the great secret of life. You are always moving towards something, and it is always moving towards you. You are always moving towards something, and it is always moving towards you. You are the thing that defines it. Because you're the only thing that could have got emotion involved with the idea that you're manifesting, that you're creating, that you're moving towards. It's action attraction. This is where your intuitive factor is or should be used. You can use it to pick up other people's vibrations. You can use it to understand other people's vibrations. When you consciously become aware of vibrations, you call them feelings. When you consciously become aware of vibrations, you call them feelings. Feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. When you feel bad, you can change your feelings by thinking of good thoughts. When you pick up a bad feeling from another person, you know they must be thinking disturbing thoughts. You must not let their negative vibrations affect your way of thinking. Your thoughts are vibrations that you send off into the universe. When you concentrate, these vibrations enhance, strengthen. Your thoughts are cosmic waves of energy that penetrate all time, space, and all memory, all vibrations. Your thoughts are cosmic waves of energy that penetrate all time and space vibrations. Really understand that. Think of the Wright brothers when they were thinking about flight. They kept looking at birds. They kept designing a model that was going to look like a bird. And they kept working towards that idea. They kept working towards that memory, that vision. And they began to intuitively receive all the ideas to move in that direction. Everything must start with you, and everything must end with you. Goals are not to get, they're to grow. It's to change your behavior. Education is not teaching you things. Education is teaching you to behave as you would never behave. Now, a lot of people are not educated. You may say, I've got a doctor's degree. I've got bachelor's degrees. I've got master's degrees. Education is not teaching people things. It's teaching the behaviors you will never behave. A lot of people may not have the doctorate degree, may not have the bachelor's degree, may not have degrees. A lot of people don't understand what education is. Education is teaching people how to behave as they would never have behaved. And a lot of people don't continue the educative process. They do not continue educating themselves. An educated person is someone that acquires anything they want without violating the rights of others. An educated person is somebody that can continually re-educate, reprogram their brain and body to act and behave as they would never behave. If you do not know how to re-educate, keep reprogramming, you're not an educated person. You become educated to a degree. But somebody that's educated can continually re-educate themselves. Education is not teaching you things. It's teaching you to behave as you would never have behaved. And you've got to be able to re-educate yourself. Then you're an educated person. If you cannot continue to reprogram, that's called a re-education, re-educating yourself. You cannot go beyond what you are. The classes that we're teaching is true education. A lot of people thought that knowing something was education. That is simply the observation of facts at a distance. And they're not yours. That's not education. Valuable knowledge, inferior results. That's the way majority of people live. Books of knowledge and inferior results. They didn't know that knowledge alone changes nothing. Because you have the knowledge at an intellectual level. And the intellect, if it's not mind and body intellect, if it's not knowing and doing, if you don't have it into the deep recesses of your consciousness, you're not going to get the results. Valuable knowledge, inferior results. Books of study, you can't express what you learned. Because you weren't able to educate, re-educate the body to act and behave as it would never have behaved, because in your body is a different program. And we're ruled by the program that's in the body. The resistance in your life is from the program that's still in your body. And the body, if you cannot change the body's energy, the body controls your spiritual energy. It tells your spirit what to do. It controls your spirit. I see people all day long going to jobs that they don't like. Because the knowledge in the body controls the behavior. The knowledge in the body, which is the subconscious, the program, is controlling their soul. And their soul is being drugged to go and do what it doesn't want to do. Inside, they're saying, I don't like this, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to live like this, and I'm tired of living like this. Their soul is aching for growth. They don't understand that their body is programmed to act and behave in a certain way. And they're moving along life, experiencing things they don't want. And they keep doing the same thing every day, thinking they're going to go to somewhere different. The information we're teaching is literally how to reprogram yourself, how to change yourself. This information that we're teaching has changed people's lives all over the world. Literally. I know what we have is solid material. But you're going to have to invest in you. You're going to have to be willing and able to change yourself. You're going to have to be committed to move yourself in a completely different direction. The things we're going to teach you is literally going to change your life. It's literally going to cause your prior life to fall apart. Because when you set a goal that's beyond what you know, everything else that you're where you're at must fall apart. Because everywhere you're at is coming from the habitual behavior and programs from the past. And you're telling me they no longer serve you. You got to literally step out of that mechanism, and it has to fall apart. And you literally have to build a completely new one. Do we have any thoughts, takeaways, questions? If you guys have any questions? I'm going to open the time here. If you have any questions, put them on here. You're getting a lot of value and the opportunity to ask away. I'm going to bring Ricardo on. We're going to touch on the TM, the importance of the TM, and why it's important to apply this knowledge. Ricardo, you on?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Let's move into this, the TM. A lot of people are asking, what is the best thing that we can do, that I can do? I feel stuck. These are some of a lot of things that I get fairly often. I feel stuck. And I know what you're telling me, that I've got to move, but I can't feel myself doing that. And that fear, doubt, and worry controls my behavior. And this is one of the biggest things I've told them, is that one, you're going to have to trample through that terror barrier, but we do have a meditation that allows access into the subconscious mind to begin to clear those programs, those beliefs, and allow you to have access to the unconscious part of your personality. That access comes through this meditation technique. And maybe you have a couple of slides we can shoot up there, Ricardo.
Well, you remember I'm level-genic, man. You should say that in advance.
Yeah, all we need is, well, I could probably pull them up. Pull up a couple of slides on, I'll pull them up here. I'll let you get started on the power of the TM. What does it do for us?
Sure. I mean, if people don't know anything about me, I'm a neuroscientist, and I've been doing this research for 50 years. So if you ask me to put a couple of slides there, there's 50 years worth of slides.
No, we'll be here for days.
Years, man. Okay, look, you said something very important that, and very, very important. People actually say to you, "Hey, I feel stuck," and I think that must be a very, very common experience in a lot of people in the world. And 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 perhaps the most troubling thing about that experience is that you can be stuck, you can feel stuck, but you have no idea that there's a possibility of unstucking yourself. Now, most people don't think that way, no? That it is possible for them to unstuck themselves. And if they want to unstuck themselves, you said, you also right now introduced a very important distinction. But first of all, okay, you recognize that, great. Recognition is the port of departure, no? But then you have to understand that you have to do two things to unstuck yourself. Once you've already recognized you're stuck. One, you have to trample through your stuckness. You must not try to shy away from it. You must not try to ignore it. No way, no way. You must learn to trample through it, and we can teach you that. That's one thing. But the other thing is you have to learn to allow your mind to go beyond that state in which it finds itself in. And that is produced by meditation. A meditation, especially this meditation technique that we teach, transcendental meditation, it's a procedure. It's a procedure that we were taught how to implement it. We were trained for 6 months in residence without going at all outside in residence to be able to learn how to teach people how to this procedure called transcendental meditation. But remind me, please, it is a procedure. Why do I insist on that word? Because you see, you guys are listening to me. Okay, you are made of thousands of processes and millions of processings. A process and a processing. They're not synonyms. In Spanish is much clearer. Procesamiento y proceso. The processing and processes. Not the same thing, okay? So processing is the way your brain handles information. That's processing, ing. Procesamiento. That's beautiful in Spanish, it's clear, no? Processing is the way the brain handles information processing. Okay, and there is a logic underneath it that guides that processing, and there's an incredible hardware beneath that one that allows that processing of information. Okay, but one thing is that processing, which handles information. The other thing is the processes, the process in which you are. Okay, and that process is not made of handling information. No. It's made out of all the transformational steps you have to go through to change. That's the process. All the transformational change you have to go through in order to change. I wish somebody would ask a question because that's a mouthful.
And we're going to go into it right now. I pulled up the tape, and I'm going to move this over as well. You're going to be able to see this on Facebook. For you guys that are looking at this. Let's see. Are you guys able to see my screen that are on Zoom? I just took it off now, but.
Yes.
Okay.
So this thing Abraham is referring to, I think is very, very important. I hope the whole world is listening to this. It's so important. Trample through your stuckness and meditate. Two very different things. Trampling through your stuckness implies that you start recognizing that you're stuck because you have been abiding by processes that are telling you that's enough, man. They say that's enough. Do not go in that direction. Do not repeat the same things you've been repeating for so many years. Stop. You see that, and that if you don't stop, you're trampling through your stuckness. Okay, and underneath that thing that is stuck is that you're generating because of your what? How do you say terquedad in English?
Stubbornness.
Stubborn because
unconscious stubborn act.
Yeah. But it is stubbornness, and you are responsible for that. You are responsible for whatever is unconscious in you. You are responsible. You see, and responsible means that you must pull out from you the ability to respond. That's what makes you responsible. The ability to respond to what? To the stuckness and to the fact that it is unconscious. That's your responsibility. Okay? So calling it unconscious does not
allow you to change.
Does not exempt you.
Yep.
See, does not exempt you from picking up whatever it is unconscious. That's very important.
We're gonna go ahead, Andrew.
Good morning, morning, Abraham. Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning, everyone. I have just a question. If sometimes doing the TM, applying the technique, happens things like sometimes I'm more aware and I'm doing it, and I don't kind of have the dream or the sleeping or movement like with my head work, but I'm cleaning. I feel that I'm cleaning past memories just because in a when I start do the TM in about 5 seconds, I feel really calm. And then sometimes I go to memories, and what I bring the calm moment for the memories. So what I feel, the memories losing the power, because all the time I think in the memories, I'm feeling calm. So the memory is losing the power. So I'm asking if it's right to continue when I feel like that. Oh, I have for to do it right. I have really to be on the kind of vivid dream or in that state. That's my question. I don't know if you understand the question.
I'm gonna answer that question real quick because we need to stay on track here. Stick with the words. Just stick with the mantra, and we can discuss the questions on any of the actual process on TM. We're doing Q&As on Tuesdays. Stick with the mantra itself. You just focus on the mantra. The mantra is going to cause you to go back in and stay conscious. Stay conscious. The more you stay conscious of the process, the more you're going to annihilate those pockets of memories and declutter your mind. I'm going to play this video, and it's a really good video on transcendental meditation. And I wanted everybody to get to see this, to get the opportunity to see why it's important to learn this meditation, because it's literally causing you to untangle memory from this vital life force called spirit, called consciousness. It allows you access into the subconscious. There's a whole group of people that are teaching personal development, but they're not teaching how to go beyond and literally reprogram an actual technique, and that's what we're teaching. I'm going to play this video.
This is a donut. It is very sweet and very good. But if you'd never tasted a donut, you wouldn't really know how sweet and how good a donut is.
You guys that are on Facebook,
if you'd never had that experience,
and you'll be able to follow the video.
Transcendental meditation is like that.
Reception.
Transcendental meditation gives an experience much sweeter than the sweetness of this donut. It gives the experience of the sweetest nectar of life, pure bliss consciousness. As Maharishi says, those who don't know, they don't know. Those who know, they enjoy. I hope this following documentary gives you some good news about the sweetness of life.
Those who don't know, don't know. Those who are not willing to know will never know. We only know the ideas we keep unfolding.
Surface. And we see surfaces, surfaces. And about 300 years ago, scientists, they started wondering what was this wood, and what was this metal, and what was it really? So they start looking into matter. So this side is matter, and this side is mind. Mind and matter. And the scientists, well, they discovered molecules. Deeper they went, and they discovered these atoms. And like I say, they thought that was the smallest particle for a long time. All these things we learn about in school. They went deeper, and they find inside the atoms these little electrons and neutrons and protons. And they went deeper and deeper and deeper, smaller and smaller particles, smaller and smaller particles. They found 4 forces. On a deeper level, the 4 became 3. And on a deeper level, the 3 became 2. And then, about 30 years ago, modern science, quantum physics, discovered the unified field. The unity of all the particles and all the forces of matter, of creation. Not only did they discover the unified field, but they found that everything that is a thing emerges from this field of no thing. Unmanifest it is. Unmanifest. It is no hyphen thing, but all things come from it. Anything that is a thing has emerged from this field of unity. It's oneness. The scientists know this exists, but if they wanted to get there, you can't get there. It's unmanifest. You can't walk into this field. But any one of those scientists could practice a technique, transcendental meditation, which, remember, true happiness is not out there. You're given a mantra, a very specific sound, vibration, thought. Very specific. It needs to be life-supporting at all deeper levels. And that mantra that you're given, that Maharishi gives, the key that opens the door. The mantra turns the mind within, turns the awareness within, and you naturally dive. Why is it natural? Because each deeper level of mind and each deeper level of intellect has more happiness. And the deeper levels of mind and deeper levels of intellect correspond to deeper levels of matter. At the borderline of intellect, you transcend. Transcend is the key word. It means to go beyond. You're going beyond field of relativity, duality, experiencing oneness. Pure, unbounded, infinite consciousness. This consciousness has qualities: infinite creativity, intelligence, energy, love, power, and bliss. Dynamic peace. Always been there, never had a beginning, it is and it will be forever. Unbounded, infinite, eternal, immutable, immortal consciousness, fullness. Any human being can experience this easily and effortlessly with transcendental meditation. Transcendental meditation is just a vehicle to get you here. When you experience this level.
All right.
Yeah, David Lynch has a beautiful way of as you can see, of expressing this, no? Very beautiful understanding. And it makes sense, no? The guy is a movie director, so he has to handle narratives very well, no? Unfortunately, the man just passed away. Abraham told me yesterday that David Lynch passed away yesterday, no? Was it yesterday?
I believe so. I really don't keep up with the news. I had somebody send it to me.
Okay.
You guys able to still see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so here are the key points. States of consciousness. We're always in a state of consciousness. We are literally energy that sees. You're energy that sees. I am energy that sees. You see, when we arrived at the scene, when we arrived at the scene moved into us. We moved into the scene moves into our consciousness. And if we don't change that consciousness, you don't even know what you arrived at. But you do know that you arrived at a scene. And as your consciousness arrives at the scene moves into consciousness. You begin to hear, see, taste, touch, and smell. You begin to gather information from your field, from the people around you. You begin to absorb this information, and it started to form your cognitive function of thinking. And as you form that cognitive form of thinking, you begin to awaken your imagination. Why is this important? Because what we're doing is illustrating that we have a tool that allow you to have access into this field of consciousness that you call memory. Well, I can get back to my photos. Let's see here.
You see,
And this tool allows you to tap into your unconsciousness and be able to release stress, reprogram, reconstruct.
you see, TM is a procedure, okay? It is a procedure. But that procedure, if you use it every day, it will activate your processes. It will change your processing of information and activate all that transformational steps through which you can change. That's a process versus a processing, which handles information. TM is a procedure that will do that for you. But that does not replace at all you having to trample through that which keeps you stuck. You see? You have to transform that which is unconscious in you, that keeps you stuck, into something that is conscious by you. That unstucks you. So you can do both things. You see? Use the procedure, activate processes and processing, change processing. And at the same time, you go back into vigil, into waking, and there you start changing your interactions with that which keeps you stuck. And you do it consciously.
You can, but you've got to be aware again. If you're not aware, you go back to the same way of thinking, you go back to the same memory, and you go right back into the same pattern plan, don't you?
Change, the actual change of human beings, transformational change of your awareness and consciousness is all about just one particular concept. Learning to deal with intensity. That's it. We can boil it down to the simplest way of expressing that. The demand of change is dealing with intensity, with the intensity. In the beginning, okay, your stuckness can be very intense. You can put intensity on a scale. 0, okay, there's absolutely no stuckness whatsoever. And any intensity is according to your own nature. And there will be fluctuations in your own nature, no problem at all. So you have emotions with certain intensity, but there's no violence in the emotion, you see. But you can go on the scale from 0 all the way to 100, which is the highest intensity within that scale. So you could start handling or facing your stuckness that finds itself in intensity of 68 out of 100. You got a lot of work to do to bring it down from 68 to 0. You see what I'm saying?
Yep, and that stuckness is going to be memories and emotions that are gathered in your unconsciousness. When we look at science, and it was talking about studying matter, they're studying matter, and they want to know what makes it a solid. They want to know what is creating matter as you see it. Well, they found out, and they're moving into this field, and they're noticing the molecules, atoms, electrons, photons. They find these four sources, 3, 2, 1. They find this unified field. They're getting a better understanding as they go further in. It goes to this unified field of energy and consciousness. Earlier, we are talking about tapping in this field and going beyond. The Wright brothers tapping in this field and receiving these memories. And I talked about using the higher faculties and how to use the higher faculties to go beyond, tune into this field, and then tune into this field, and then move it into the physical reality. Now, as we move into ourselves, the self, subconscious, our intellect, and we have this mantra, we're sitting up here, physical reality. This meditation that we're teaching allows you to move right back into the sea of the unseen, the sea of the unconsciousness. You see, we can get ideas. We can come down here all day long and we can get ideas from this unified field of consciousness. But the average individual moves into their memories, programs, fluctuating ideas of the past that weigh them down. So even though they get the idea, they're not able to move it into form because their energy gets stuck in these pockets. These memories literally plug up your flow. So as you're thinking, you're coming into consciousness thinking, normally you're traveling this way. You're moving into consciousness and you become consciously aware of what's possible. But you also are becoming aware of what's possible of this endless sea of ideas and information as you travel through these programmings, fears, doubts, worries. So by the time you become conscious, you're conscious of all this negativity. You're conscious of all these fears. You're conscious of all these worries. You're conscious of all these ideas. And if you're not able to untangle this memory from yourself, guess who's stopping yourself? It's you and you. That's why one part of you says you can, I am more, I can have more, I believe I can achieve more. And then the other part of your human personality, one says I am and I can. And the other part of human personality says, who do you think you are? And I don't think it can be done. And that controls your behavior. You see, you're dealing with something inside of yourself all day long. The TM allows you to get access to begin to untangle, unravel the emotional impacts, the fears, the doubts, the worries. It allows you to gain access and begin to untangle blockages that are in your field, your memory. And as you continually untangle your higher self from your lower self, you gain more access to the genius that you've been waiting for. You begin to get ideas that you didn't have before. You begin to see things you didn't see before. Your perception changes. Your will changes. Your awareness changes. Literally becoming more aware, more conscious. I want you guys to really take a look at what we're doing and really invest in yourselves, because you're the only thing that you could ever change. But you need the tools. You need a process, and we can help you out with that. Send us a message. Say, I'm ready. And we'll get started. We actually have TM that we're doing every other week in English, and then we're doing it in Spanish as well. And at 7, I'm about 5 minutes over, we're moving right into our team M, and we're doing the meditation as a group, so we can continue our advance and have the life that we desire. Thank you guys that are watching this. We're going to stop our live stream. We'll be seeing you guys next week. Those guys that are interested in seeing the program, send me a message. We'll be having our programs on Saturday. You can